Alright, so we finally put together the build, and first thing you see is the enormous full-sized ATX Corsair CX500 power supply. One thing I'd like to note about this case that a lot of people don't seem to talk about for whatever reason is installing the power supply is an absolute nightmare. Maybe it's the particular machining on this case, or maybe it's the thickness of the steel on the Corsair power supply. But for whatever reason, you really have to jam the power supply in, and no matter what you do, you're going to scratch your power supply, or you're going to remove some of the anodized black paint from the edges of your power supply's mounting bracket. It's just such an incredibly tight fit. I can't even express how tight of a fit it is. It took us probably 25 minutes to push this power supply in. And it's funny because the manual says that you should gently install the power supply. I think that they definitely got the joke on that one. What was an especial annoyance was the sticker on the top and on the bottom of the power supply. I don't know, let's see if we can get a look at that. You can see the sticker is peeled and cut off. The sticker, in addition to the steel, was just thick enough that there was no way it could get pushed through without bending or peeling off. So if you're looking at a power supply for this case that is not an SFX power supply and you do get an ATX, make sure you get something that doesn't have stickers on the side, or at least plan to remove those stickers. You can see some of the scuffs from installation. This was the one hitch with installing this build in this case. Pretty big disappointment in the power supply mounting, but everything else in this case is really nice. The fit and finish is classic Lian Li. No sharp edges, just beautiful black anodized aluminum in and out. You can see here is how the hard drives mount. You put your 3.5-inch drives on top, 2.5-inch drives on the bottom. We have our Vertex 3 solid state drive down here. We were able to mount the SATA 3 connector all the way underneath this plate, and it goes around to the motherboard. Here is the wonderful 7850 video card that I showed you guys earlier. You've got a giant 140mm fan in the front with a grill on it to prevent cables from getting caught in there if you have a messy power supply. There is also a nice mesh filter right back here, and I take the fan out for you guys to check it out just because it's so cool. We have a bunch of cables attached to it. You don't screw this fan down, you actually pull it forward, and it has a rubber grommet mounting system that's totally silent, vibration free, and it just slides. You slide it forward, the fan pulls out and pulls forward, and you can take the filter off, you can clean the filter out, you can do whatever you want to do. So, very easy to clean this fan, very hassle-free, fantastic, great airflow. We have the 5.25-inch bay at the top where you'd put your ODD. We did not put an ODD in this build because we felt it was already pretty cramped, but maybe we'll check it out later. We have some cables back here from this full-size power supply. This is not modular. There is room for about an H60 or an H70, H50 radiator-style cooler. Nothing as big as an H80. You can see you've got about a fan's room of clearance, so you could put a fan and a radiator here. It'd be a struggle, but I think you guys can pull it off. More shots of the beautiful video card. Let's see a little bit under the motherboard. We are, unfortunately, introducing a little bit of turbulence because our fan is sucking air in this way, but our heatsink on our processor is pushing air downwards. So we'll see how that pans out with the airflow, but I'm thinking there's enough distance that it'll be fine. Yeah, we have our ATX 24-pin power connector secured to the side here so that the aluminum side panel will fit on. Beautiful case. Installation was a breeze. Really nice touches on this case. There is a aluminum black anodized cover back here. Let me tilt this a little bit. That covers the bare mounting bracket of the video card. Looks incredibly flush. You have another bracket that connects to the power supply. It's like they already knew that this area was going to get scratched up, so they gave you a bracket to cover it up so you can't see it. then we have our default motherboard mounting I/O panel there. Wonderful case. Lots of vents. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's vents right here that go away to the other side of the case, which is perfect for the video card. We also have vents here on the side panel, so you have fresh, cool air coming in. And if you're wondering, how the heck is this fan up here getting air if the panel isn't cut out and has no mesh or any sort of perforations? Well, if you can see back there, there are vents on both sides, so the air comes in from the side, which is really a cool design, I think. Saves a lot of space. Let's check out the front of this absolutely beautiful case. You know, I've been saying that a lot, but you really have to see this case in person. Looks absolutely wonderful. Check out that full profile. The buttons on the front. Very nice clicking sound. We have our USB 3.0. We have our HD audio headers. Here's where the ODD would go. You have a flush panel to hide your optical drive. Wonderful. And then let's just go ahead and take a look around back. Here's that vent I was talking about. Fantastic aluminum. This side panel does actually come off in addition to the other side panel. So you actually technically have a removable motherboard tray in this case, which is really cool. Let's get a full look at the back. Beautiful case. I'm really glad I was able to put this build together with my buddy, and I hope he really enjoys it. So if you guys have any questions about any of the parts or this particular case, the Lian Q11, just go ahead and leave a comment and let me know.